Alright, welcome. You've probably heard the term Forex getting tossed around, and yeah, it can sound super complicated. But we're about to demystify the whole thing, and I promise you, it's way more familiar than you think. So, let me just ask you something. Have you ever taken a trip to another country? You know, where you had to swap your home currency for whatever the local money was. Think trading dollars for pesos or pounds for euros. Well, if you've done that, then guess what? You've already traded on the Forex market. Seriously, that super simple exchange you made is the absolute core idea behind the entire world of Forex. Yep, that was your first Forex trade. That moment at the currency kiosk in the airport is basically a perfect little miniature version of what's happening billions of times a day all over the globe. Okay, let's break it down with a real example. Say you're off to Mexico. You go up to the counter, you hand over $1, and you get back 20 Mexican pesos. That's the exchange rate. So if you hand over $100, you get 2,000 pesos. That right there, that's foreign exchange in action. So what happens if we take that simple vacation exchange and just scale it up, like way, way up? Well, that's the moment we go from a vacation necessity to a full-blown professional vocation. And that brings us to the big definition. The foreign exchange, or Forex, market is just this massive global marketplace where all the world's currencies get traded against each other. It really is like that airport kiosk, just for the entire planet. Now, here's the thing. In this market, you're never just trading one currency. They always come in pairs. You're basically betting that one currency is going to get stronger or weaker compared to another. And the undisputed champ, the one that gets traded more than any other, is the euro versus the US dollar. So what's a number like this mean? Well, that's the price. It's telling you that right now it costs $1.13 to buy a single euro. And the tiny movements of this price, that's what traders are watching like a hawk. Okay, so how in the world do traders actually make money off these tiny, tiny price changes? To get that, we need to learn the language of Forex, and it all comes down to two key words: lots and pips. First up, we've got the lot. The easiest way to think about this is like buying in bulk at a warehouse store. Instead of trading, say, €1 at a time, traders use a standard lot, which is just a big block of 100,000 units of a currency. It's how they trade in big standard amounts. And then we have the pip. This little guy is the smallest possible price change that can happen between two currencies. And this is so important because in Forex, all the profits and all the losses are counted in these tiny fractional moves. So where is this pip? For most currencies, it's that fourth number way over there after the decimal point. We're talking 1/100th of 1%. I know, it seems ridiculously small, right? But remember those massive lots we just mentioned. When you're trading in bulk, every single one of those tiny pips starts to add up fast. Right, let's put it all together. Let's see how a trade actually works. We're going to walk through a quick example to see exactly how those pips and lots can turn into a profit or a loss. Okay, so picture this. You decide to buy one standard lot, that's €100,000, when the price is exactly 1.1300. That's going to cost you $113,000. Now, let's say the market moves your way and the price ticks up by just 10 pips to 1.1310. You decide to sell. Well, your lot is now worth $113,100. That $100 difference, that's your profit. But, and you knew there was a but, right? This is a huge one. Forex is absolutely a two-way street. If you bought at that exact same price, but the market moved against you by those same 10 pips, you'd be looking at an equal and opposite loss of $100. The potential for profit and the potential for loss are perfect mirror images of each other. And hey, don't just take it from me. As our source material puts it really bluntly, it can easily go the opposite direction, and you can lose just as much money. This is no one-way bet. The risk is just as real as the reward. So what's the difference between a real trader and someone who's just gambling? It's definitely not luck. It's having a deep, clear understanding of market analysis, knowing the economic fundamentals that actually move these currencies, and putting in months and months, sometimes years, of studying and practicing. It is a skill, and just like any other serious skill, it takes a whole lot of dedication. So there you have it. We went from a simple vacation money swap all the way to the mechanics of a professional trade. Now,